Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BBO Boxing or BBO Sports TV. We back. Sorry about that. Had a lot of little audio difficulties. In the suburbs, I don't always sound like it's supposed to. But one of the things I wanted to kind of get out there, get the message out there, is that we cannot stand for rhetoric like this. I think it's bad for the people watching. I think it's bad for the young kids who have to hear this. Because to me, there's no need for it. There's nothing about this sport that demands talk like that, and there's nothing about this sport that should make somebody feel like that they can talk like that. And I just think too many times, a lot of guys want to, play games and step and fetch it, But when it comes to this kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff that I like to kind of have more of a serious tone to because it's happening, and there's been no one speaking about it. So I'm going to make sure that I use platform that I've been blessed to have to speak about these things because you can't tell me this is okay. You can't tell me that this makes sense. You can't tell me that anything about what's happening is okay. And I won't. And I definitely salute to my brother Crush Mike Rim. I definitely won't be the one to sit here and laugh and kiki about people disrespecting my people. It's not funny. It's not okay. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to bring it up because what always happens is we always get lured to sleep by those who just think, oh, it's happening to one guy saying it. Now two guys are saying it, and two guys that are pretty popular. Ryan Garcia has millions of followers, and he still is spitting out this kind of rhetoric, and I just think it's not good because it normalizes that type of stuff. But if we have people who are courageous enough to speak against it and say, "Hey, this shouldn't happen. This ain't what we're here to do. This ain't what we're here to hear." It's sad too because Ryan Garcia could easily be America's darling if he wanted to. Say what you want about Oscar De La Hoya. I ain't never heard no stuff like this off Oscar. I ain't never heard no stuff off this when it comes to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez threw T.O. out his camp for this kind of stuff. So for me, I don't respect when people laugh and kiki as if stuff like this is okay. I just don't. So excuse me for bringing that level of severity to this because it's not a game. It's one of those things where if you laugh and joke too much, you'll mess around and laugh at your own demise. And for me, that's not okay. Because I just think we honestly gotta be. We could talk about everything else, but we can't talk about when somebody's directly saying things against our martyrs, against people that we love, people that we respect. I can't get jiggy with that. I can't. I can't get with that. What you got for me, Free?
No, I agree with everything you say. Um, but like I said, it gets to the point where it's falling on deaf ears because ain't nobody doing anything about it. You keep bringing it up, and it's like nobody's doing anything about it. So I mean, but I agree with everything you say. If the fighters are not saying anything about it and they continue fighting these individuals, if the boxing association ain't doing anything about it and keep allowing him to fight, if the association committees are not doing anything about it, are still allowing him to be a champion and things like that, it's like okay, so what are we going to do about it? Because at that point, I mean, like I said, we're a small channel. yeah, we could voice our opinion, but if everybody else are not paying attention to what we're saying or they don't care about what we say, is like, okay, we voicing our opinion, but nobody doing anything about it. It's almost like when you got your two kids at home, and one keep doing stuff, and you keep awarding the child, but the other child is saying, no, he's the one that's doing it. He's the one that's doing it. But you don't pay attention to what they say. You just want them to get out your face. So you keep awarding them, and then all of a sudden you realize that, oh, it was him that was doing it. So it's like, why these guys are not doing anything about it, I don't know. Like I said, they worried about the money. As long as these guys continue bringing money in, they're gonna keep allowing them to do it. If these were some guys like Adula Mason or somebody like that, somebody that's a prospect that's coming up that was saying these things, then we would have heard something about it. We probably won't see them on TV. They would have just faded off into the darkness. But because these guys are bringing in money, they're allowing it to happen because the money is what they care about. They don't care what goes on in the ring as long as they getting paid.
Yeah, and I think you make a good point. Um, the thing that's so confusing about it all is I just don't get why that no one is willing to, boxing wise, willing to step up and say, hey, you can't talk like this. You can't move like this. And it's just, I'm telling you, it's just one of them things where no matter how you play it or what you say, one thing I'm learning, shoot to my man Kind of Loco, I figured this out, that people don't have spines and people don't want to say when something's wrong. Everybody wants to play the get along game. Well, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing. I don't want to rock the boat, and that's the problem. That's why a guy like Devin Haney has came so far in my mind, because hey, everybody starts somewhere. Joe Rogan didn't start at the top of the world. He didn't, and neither have we. But I believe that we're going to get there. And I'll just say this: I'm going to spend time. I'm going to put the investment into speaking about it because guess what, man? We just seen Teofimo Lopez get rewarded with a huge payday, and we talking about the dude might mess around and become a three-time millennial champion. Like, what in the world is that? The great Tim Bradley said it best. We all know Boots will probably get beat to death. And if he don't, guess what? He going home with a hefty check. So it's just like, at some point, man, we got to speak about it. But moving on, one thing I wanted to talk about too was, what do you guys think about Clarissa Shields saying that she's looking to probably do heavyweight for the rest of her career? Do you think this is a good idea for her to do that?
Yeah, I mean, she's the undisputed champion at heavyweight. So why not? I mean, or is she undisputed, or is she just no? She's just a regular champion. She's not undisputed yet. But she can become an undisputed champion, which will be her fourth division. So I mean, she already did conquered all of the other weight classes below heavyweight. Why not conquer heavyweight? I mean, there's nothing else at the other weight classes for her to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I agree. I
one
agree
thing.
with
What?
it. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I agree. At some point, I mean, look, one of the things that we always and I say it respectfully, Roy Jones when he went up to heavyweight, then tried to come back down, looked like when you down the weight classes, um, I mean, it changes things. So, and I ain't gonna as you get older, you know what I'm saying. You gonna continue to put that weight on. So instead of having to cut weight to play to fight at what? Hell, I don't even. She done won almost. Well, how many? Was she 3 time undisputed? 4 time undisputed? What she is now?
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
she
three
three
times.
times. She three
So
times. She's going on four times.
yeah, go on and go do it at the heavyweight division too. Go on and prove your greatness. And the great thing, it ain't the same with women heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? But the sport of boxing, if you can go do it at heavyweight, then and you done did it at every level.
Right.
She ain't got nothing like she done proved so much in the sport already. Why not go? You already a champion up there. So I ain't got no problem with her saying, "Hey, I'm the rest of my career." I ain't got no problem with that.
But what do you think about people like Alicia Bumgarner, who got a right to probably call herself the GOAT if she keeps winning undisputed right now? I don't think she can. I don't think she should let a fight like that get away from her, man. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think that's a very winnable fight. And that's a legacy fight. If she's able to beat someone as great as Alicia Bumgarner, that'll just solidify what we already know, how great Carissa really is. I just think she got a few more people, maybe touch up friend Sean Cruz, beat the life out of her. And if you can, which I don't think she could, see if you can stand up to the power of Alicia Bumgarner at 54. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, she already beat Franchise Cruz, but the thing is, what you expecting Carissa to lose 40 pounds, 50 pounds? She's fighting at heavyweight right now. Alicia Bungon is what at
That's
140,
175, I
130.
believe.
That's what I'm saying. Alicia Bungon is at like 130, 140. So you expect her
Well,
to lose
they
like
can meet
40
at
pounds?
47. That's what Alicia said.
That's what Alicia said. That's not what Carissa said.
Carissa
Carissa
can't
is
make
the A side.
147.
Carissa is the A side. Alicia is not even fighting at 47. You talking about we can meet at 47? You're not even fighting there. So it wouldn't be for any title. I mean, you say that that's a legacy fight. I don't say that that's a legacy fight. I mean, that's just another person that Carissa Shields beat. Like I said, she needs to stay at heavyweight if that's what she plans on doing. Stay at heavyweight, become
Mhm.
4-time undisputed at heavyweight. That's greater. That's a greater compliment than beating Alicia Bungan. It's a greater
Salute to
accomplishment.
my brother
So
Shelton in the chat.
Alicia Bongana will be a smaller person that you beat that everybody already assumed that you're going to beat her because she's smaller. She doesn't have the gas tank like you have. She's not as skilled as Carissa Shield. So everybody already assumed that that Carissa Shield is going to beat her. So by being a undisputed heavyweight champion, 4-time undisputed champion, that's a greater accomplishment. So no, she don't need to waste her time by trying to lose weight and going back down to 54 or 40 or whatever have you, 47. No, just stay at heavyweight, become a 4-time undisputed champion. You can ride off into the sunset as the greatest women boxer of all times.
Um, I would say I could see she has a case, but I still think Ann Wolf, what's the Cecilia Brackets, I believe they all have a case. So I think didn't Cecilia Brackets put Clarissa on her pockets? I can't remember. I think she did. So I think that no matter how it goes, I think
And she
Clarissa's had a
still
great
lost.
career. I just want her to. She,
Hey,
I mean,
Dub,
I mean,
crazy. He still
I,
lost.
that's the same thing that people would say about certain fighters nowadays that you still think that these guys are great. Do you believe they will beat somebody from earlier years? Maybe not, maybe so, but that's a fantasy fight. You talking about you think that Layla Ali or Ann Wolf, that's a fantasy fight. That fight is not going to happen. So we just saying what we believe would happen. The one thing that we can say, she's more accomplished than any female fighter in the history of the sport. So that's not anything they can take away from her. Yeah, they was great fighters in their own right, but did they accomplish what Carissa accomplished? No. So just by her accomplishment alone gives her the right to say she is the greatest female fighter of all times.
yeah, yeah. I would agree with that, but I want to move on to another subject. Um, hold on, somebody got some background noise. Hold on 1 second. I'll say this. I want to ask you guys, what's your guys' opinion of Eddie Hearn not speaking against the stuff that Tio was saying, kind of playing the middle of the road, and kind of almost being a different person than he was when he first came over here. Because when he first came over here, he said, "Oh, Canelo's a drug cheat," and the first chance he got to promote Canelo, all that went away. And now he's saying, I think Tio's a good guy. I like Tio. which is crazy after this, stuff. Why is Eddie Hearn allowed to straddle the fence? What do you guys say?
You talking about the same Eddie Hearn that allowed Anthony Joshua to ride around on a promo with monkeys in the car, or the same Eddie Hearn that pretty much said Dillian White was his slave? You talking about that Eddie Hearn?
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't know you said that, bro. Wow, I didn't know you. Yeah, you a piece of dirt. I didn't know you said that, bro. Wow, wow. Oh, you know what?
Look,
Go ahead.
look the same thing we brought up before in the previous show. It's the bottom line. He
Yeah,
only man Eddie Hearn worried about his bottom line like everybody else is worried about their bottom line in the sport of boxing. That's it. Ain't nothing crazy. Well, it is crazy. Let me say that. But hey, even though I want to say, and I'm going to act like I'm Eddie Hearn, if this was in Britain, hey, we would have had to punish him. But I ain't got no problem. I want to see him fight this guy right here. We'll do business with him. Why? Because it's the bottom line. That's the only thing that he worried about. And this is what all these promoters are worried about. So he ain't no different from Mauricio Suleiman, even though you want to say the great Mauricio, I wouldn't call him that. No different from what's the brother in the WBA and the WBO, IBF,
Mendoza.
Bob Arum. Yeah, Mendoza, thank you. Bob Arum. Well, he ain't no different. One
Yeah,
of the things when I first got on YouTube, one of the things I used to always say, man, we here to expose the suits. And
right.
this is one of them things right here. This is they really expose themselves by the way they conduct themselves. So I'm not surprised one bit.
Yeah, you know what it is. Maybe I'm a goofball. I just feel like this. You hear about it, but just the open bias is just disgusting, bro. Like I had forgot about. And shout out to my brother Free for bringing that up. The Puerto Rican. That's why he here. That brother sharp. That brother he Anthony Joshua was in the car with a bunch of monkeys. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't know. I was talking to a guy about this, and that's kind of hit me. Everywhere you look, whether it's in business, whether it's in finance, there's always something there to blatantly disrespect people of color. And I don't understand why it's got to be that way. I don't know what we did. I don't know what we said, but it's always got to be some extra disrespect our way. I mean, yeah, Anthony Joshua, he can only be a star the way they want him to be a star. And that's why we celebrate guys like Muhammad Ali, because I'm telling you, man, we just in a really crazy place when it comes to boxing right now, where these people are all over the place, man. And I think I could be wrong, but I think, man, something's got to be done. Something's got to be done about it. I don't know.
Who you want to do something? Who?
I mean, only person can really do something is us, Dub. I mean, because only the fans can say, "Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna support this."
That's it. But
I'm,
but then we still giving it credibility by talking about it.
this is probably the last conversation on it for sure for a while, but it's just I don't know. This disturbed me, man. Because I was watching Steven Jackson talk about the whole thing with Ryan, and Steven Jackson said something I'll never forget. He said that brother needs help. Um, I just never thought I would hear Steven Jackson say, you know what, he's not even worth beating up. The dude needs some help. That's what I mean when I say that. It's just like I don't know. I don't got all the answers. Like I'm like Kanye talking to Sway back in the day. I don't have the answers. I just know that something got to change. I mean, for God's sake, you got West running around here with a hood on his on his head and you know what chain. I mean, what are we doing? You know what I
I
mean? What
mean,
are we doing?
you got to look at the fact that he didn't just say he hate all blacks. He also said he hate all Muslims. And who just gave him his last payday? A Muslim. Just gave him his last payday. Put him as a main event for a title fight. So if he's gonna overlook what Ryan say, what we gonna do about it?
Yes, as simple as
I
that.
mean,
Let me ask you guys this: who do you guys see winning the Zepeda versus Sugar Shakur fight? Do you guys think Shakur is gonna be able to pull it out with those hands like that?
I don't know. I mean, this is the fight to either shut up all the naysayers or bring out all the "I told you so." I mean, I don't know. I mean, we never seen Shakur in this type of fight. This is one of the fights that we've been waiting for Shakur to take to say, okay, let's see if you really as good as we think you are. We haven't seen him in that. We thought we was going to get that with Oscar Valdez. We realized Oscar Valdez wasn't what everybody claimed he was, and pretty much that was the last fight that he had that was supposed to be competitive. So I mean,
What about Casasio?
That wasn't competitive at all.
but
He beat the straight shoes off that man.
Yeah,
He didn't look
Shakur put all
competitive
type
at
of hands
all.
on Patrizio.
His ACL
It was
didn't do
supposed. Hey, brother Dub, it was supposed to be. I
I
mean,
know what it was supposed. I'm just talking about what the reality is. The man
I,
put hands on Conceição, and
I mean,
as
with
far as Williams and
the
Payton
Edwin De
go,
Los Santos, they ain't do nothing in that fight.
hey,
Neither one of them.
they were just looking at each other dancing and moving.
Yeah, they were
That's
trying
it.
to teach each other. They were trying to teach each other how to do the Dougie.
There you go right there. They were line dancing out there. So, hey, my thing with Williams and Payton, I like this fight because Williams and Payton, he gonna let his hands go. He gonna throw punches and bunches. Um, but because he throws so many shots, he gonna be getting clipped. He getting clipped to fight. And I think, in my personal opinion, this should be a fight where if Shakur really want to style, I think this is a fight you can style in. And instead of having all that extra movement, all that kind of stuff, which, hey, BVO you would call it running, Bill Haney would call it the Sweet Saints. I don't know which one it is, but instead of doing that, I think he can sit right there in the pocket while while Zepeda throwing them shots, roll with them shots, and then come back with his counters. And I think this is a good fight for him. He been calling for this
Pardon
fight.
me.
He been chasing this man, and so
Mm-hmm.
let's see it. I want to see it.
Zepeda's gonna get this. Is how I look at it. Is Zepeda gonna get beat up real bad by Shakur? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. William Zepeda's gonna. He's getting. They might not. He might not make it to 12, bro. I think Shakur gonna come in there with something to prove. I think he really gonna beat Zepeda. Cause look, Tevin. You see what Tevin Farmer was doing to him. Now imagine when Shakur clipping him. He got dropped by Tevin Farmer. I don't even think Tevin Farmer got 15 knockouts. I could be wrong, but come on, let's be honest. I think Shakur is going to stop him. I think he's going. I think
You
he's going
know,
to get him out of there in like 9 or 10. I'm telling y'all right now, Shakur going to beat this dude up bad. Watch, but I don't
the
know nothing.
only problem I have with that comparison is Shakur doesn't fight the same style of fighting as Tevin Farmer. He's
You're
not
you're
that
you're
same
right.
style of fighting.
You're
So
right, Free.
I don't know what Shakur going to do. Usually, when Shakur is in there with guys who is considered a big puncher, Shakur don't usually let his hands go. He usually try to be more defensive. With a guy like Williams Zepeda, especially after the last couple of fights we just seen with the Devin Haney, the Ryan Garcia, the Canelo Alvarez, after we just saw those fights, if Shakur is not letting his hands go and we see Williams Zepeda pressing the action, throwing a lot of shots, whether they land or they don't, but he's pressing the action, throwing a lot of shots, they probably going to score for Williams Zepeda. Sadly to say, they probably going to score it for him.
Yeah, I see Shakur beating this guy up, like you just like Dub said, rolling the punches, just doing just in the pocket, and Shakur gonna beat him up. Zepeda is nothing special to me. I don't know why y'all don't think, not y'all guys on the panel, but y'all fans. I don't know why y'all think he gonna have any chance against Shakur Stevenson. I'm just gonna keep it honest with y'all. But Zepeda, like he gonna throw all them shots. You right, Freezy. He gonna throw a million of them Jones. None of them gonna land. He's not gonna be in range. He gonna get frustrated. He gonna get picked apart. Next thing you know it, he ain't gonna want to come out his corner, or the referee gonna say, you know what, I've seen enough. You're not landing anything, and you get hit with everything. That's what I see. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna come up here and say I'm wrong the same way I always do. And that's it.
Like I said, I hope Shakur do everything that he said he's gonna do. But I also hear that he's backtracking on a lot of stuff. First, he said he was going to step on him. Then he said, "Oh, they just want me to fight him. I'm not going to do what they want me to do." So, I mean, you the one that said you was going to stand in the pocket and fight him. He didn't say that. He said, "I hope he does stand in the pocket and fight him." So,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what we're going to get from Shakur. I hope he can go out there and prove that he's as good as we believe he is, because I believe Shakur is good.
Mhm.
But what I see from Williams Zepeda and what I've seen from Shakur in previous fights when he's fighting against the guys that we believe is big punchers, I don't know how Shakur is going to do in this fight, because William is not the typical guy. He doesn't just sit back and wait for you to pot
No, he
shot.
don't.
He's going to press
He
the
don't.
action and throw a lot of punches. So I'm intrigued to see what happens, because, like I said, this is going to either Shakur is going to prove everybody correct of that they believe that he is the goods, or he's going to prove a lot of his haters correct. Like they're going to say, "I told you so." So
Mhm.
we're going to
And
find
I
out.
agree with you, Crush. You right, Crush. He's not. I'm not basing it off that. What I meant by, you see what he did. I'm talking about the knockdowns for Tev. I know Tev. I know Tev. You probably know him more longer, but I know that Tev is not. He don't got that much pop in his punch. Now I'm a big Tevin fan supporter. I mean Tevin Farmer supporter, but I don't think that. I mean, I think that if Shakur able to land some of them wide open shots like Tevin did, man, I don't think Zepeda gonna make it. But he got dropped by somebody that's not a big puncher. And I know Shakur not a big puncher, but you could argue who hit harder, Shakur. Or I think he hits harder than Farmer, me personally, but I could be wrong about that. But I just feel like with them knockdowns and stuff and the way Tevin did him, I just see Shakur doing this dude bad. That's just me though.
Well, he don't got the paper mache hands. Tevin don't have paper mache hands. I mean, you gotta make Zepeda respect you, or he gonna just run all over you, man. He found out that Tevin wasn't to be ran all over, because I look at Tevin as a street fighter, where more of a guy who get in there and
Your
run it.
mic out of order. Your mic out of order.
Yeah.
Your mic out of
Yeah.
order.
No,
He
Yeah,
see
that
threw.
wasn't me.
He threw.
the thing is,
Oh, go
even
ahead.
when Zepeda got dropped by Tevin, Zepeda went right back to the action.
Yeah,
It's
he
not
did.
like he shied away. So it's like you really gotta hurt Zepeda to make him put his hands in his pocket or stop coming at you, because he even though he got dropped, he got right back to the action. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. And see, being though that Shakur has these hand problems, that's another thing. Will his hands hold up? Because if his hands don't hold up, now he's in a world of trouble. If he hurt his hand in round 2 or round 3, somewhere in the early rounds, he's in a world of trouble, because now you only got one hand, or you ain't got no hands if you hurt both of them. But if you hurt one of those hands, you only got one hand, and you're trying to hold the paper off. You're in a world of
Man,
trouble. So I don't know.
Shakur need to call Junior, Brian Norman Jr., and say, what you got done to your hands, I need it done to mine. That's what he need to do. He said he was gonna talk to Floyd. Get your hands right, brother.
But
Respectfully.
if I can get up in here and salute to everybody in the building.
Salute.
I just don't think that Zepeda is the style to beat Shakur Stevenson. Regardless of what you think about Shakur, I don't think somebody that's flat footed that comes straight forward, that's not somebody to beat Shakur. I think it's like pretty much what Price said. I think Shakur, he's gonna fight at long to mid range. I don't think Zepeda is gonna have a chance to really get that volume or output off of Shakur. And yeah, I think it's gonna be unanimous decision, probably 9-3, 10-2. Like, to be honest, just being honest.
Point.
I hope so. I hope so. 'Cause like I said, if
I think
not,
he'll be fine too, Kano. I think he'll be fine.
I just don't see that style being the style to do it to Shakur Stevenson,
yeah,
respectfully.
I hope he does because if he don't, then he we all
I
know
mean,
that Shakur
definitely,
likes to
definitely.
be on Twitter, and Twitter's going to be firing him up. They're going to be firing
I
him
mean
up.
that's
So
any fight. That's any fight, DeFrio. That's any fight.
I
If
would
he
love
had lose, if he had lose to the electrician that he had fought his last fight, what would happen? The same
They're gonna
thing.
they're gonna go out there and fire him up on Twitter anyway. Win, lose, or
Exactly.
draw.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
he can
Disappear.
go out there and knock Zepeda
Anyway,
out, and they're still gonna complain, dog. They still gonna complain.
like I said, I would love to see Shakur.
your Mike Raggedy,
You
man.
out of order. You out of order.
It's Raggedy.
Go,
Uh,
go back
I
out and come
don't,
back
Your
in.
mic sound ghetto, baby. Yo. Get up out
I
of
Hey,
there.
don't know what it's
Man
like.
still got the
BBO
next
was
to that church.
fine.
Free,
He was
what you
fine
call
until
me?
he
Drop off
let
prize.
everybody else.
That what you call me that weekend? Drop off prize or something. What was you calling me? It was funny as I don't know what you kept because I kept dropping off. I was in the country. That's
I don't know
BBO.
what it is. BBO was fine until he let everybody up, and then all of a sudden it started cutting out.
BVO is a good guy.
You bugging.
What is going on?
You
What we
bugging. Nah, but
Mike,
back to
But
Shakur
hold on,
though.
real quick,
No, go
real
ahead,
quick.
Doug.
Hold on,
Go
real
ahead,
quick.
Doug.
Mike
Set
check
it off,
BBO.
Doug.
Mike check BBO.
I don't know. Y'all hear me?
It's Raggedy.
It's still out of order a little bit. Yeah.
I don't know what's
Go,
going on.
Hey, it's
go back and
horrible.
come back out in. It's
Man,
we
you
only
got you can't be
You can't host the show like that now. They busy
yeah,
with
Shout
respectfully.
out,
it's bad.
shout
It's
out to
bad.
everybody in the chat to support BVO, man, and
Shout out
Step
the
Scholar.
in,
Sports
bro.
Salt Network. Shout out to the Boxing Scholar, Bentley, Crush, kind of local TV. Salute, man. Salute to
Yeah.
everybody.
Y'all go subscribe up to Kano too.
smash the like button, man. Y'all make
Yeah,
sure y'all smash the
please.
like
Most
button.
def.
And shout out to
Most def.
I seen shout out to K Savoy too, the homie.
Yeah.
You already
Oh,
know.
the homie Case of Voice. Salute, man. And
Bank
listen, man.
Yeah,
robbers.
shout
Please
out to
Yeah.
the old man.
Shout out to the
listen.
show.
It's okay to. It's always okay to support your brother. BVO is doing some great work, man. So definitely break BVO off in the Cash App. Support the channel, support the community. For sure, BVO, he may need a new service or a new plan, possibly a new phone. So definitely look out for your brother.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Support the show by any way. Clearly we know we need equipment. So, any amount helps.
You need equipment. Jesus Christ.
Any amount helps. I mean, he
Hey,
would do it to
BBO,
me. He
BBO,
would grind me up,
they
bro.
roasting you, dog. They
He
roasting
would
you,
grind me
BBO.
up, bro.
That's
They
hey,
that
roasting
hold
Cleveland
you,
on.
white
BBO.
fire.
Hey,
That's
Scholar.
Ohio
Hey,
white fire, man.
Scholar
but
is out
Scholar
of
said, hey,
control.
that man said he got a Fisher Price mic.
Scholar out of control, bro.
But no, going back to three real quick. Three.
He
I
said,
want to hear. I want to hear three opinion on this. Zepeda versus Shakur. How you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, I see Shakur putting on a boxing clinic against Zepeda. I mean, Zepeda is a straight up and down fighter. He
Hmm.
definitely has an aggressive style. He has a style that could chop through a lot of guys that don't have a good foot movement, lateral foot movement. I think Shakur is quick enough to like step around Zepeda and keep him at the end of the jab. And Zepeda's gonna walk into a lot of left hands. So Shakur will be able to use the uppercut, and he'll be able to touch Zepeda to the body. So, like you saying, as long as his hands hold up, I think Shakur. I think he could possibly break him down, but I'm more so looking at probably a corner stoppage.
Hmm.
This is a sick Negro.
Oh
He's
shit!
able
I'll
to do
say
that.
this,
Mic
man.
check, BBO.
Oh,
Mic
he
check.
back. He back.
He's
Okay,
back.
okay. Well, I'll apologize.
All good.
I'm trying to be better, doing the show like Mike Wallace, but we got this food stamp warrior, man. Shout out to the EPT boys. My man B3 is the leader, man. Shout out to EPT boys. So we back. And what I just want to say, no matter what, I'm liking the fight with Shakur versus Zepeda, but I'm just hoping that Shakur breaks both hands,
Hey,
and I would love to see him get knocked out. That's what I would like to
sure.
see, but I don't think it'll happen.
You're
I
out
don't.
of pocket.
But why
I
would you
mean,
like
for
to see
your
that? Why would you like to see that? I'm just wondering.
Are you
Because
kidding me?
Shakur's kind of made it clear that he's not going to fight Tank. He's done everything, and you got to give Little Red his credit. Little Red has made himself available, and he just sent the man 2 offers that I know from 2 sources that are close to me. And he still didn't make the fight, so it's apparent that he don't want to fight Little Red, and we got to accept that. So if you're not gonna fight Little Red, I either want to see you get knocked out or leave the division, because there's no reason. And that's the thing about it. You this is the second big fight he does. We know he now he running from some Tank. I mean, and now he talking about Keyshawn's my blood brother now. Out of here, man. Tell me you scared without telling me
Um,
that you're scared.
Mm,
It's crazy.
I did hear something about
mm.
Shakur said he would go up
Yeah,
to
man, there's a
54 and
duck.
fight Conor Ben. I did see something about that. Shakur said he'll go up to 54 and fight Conor Ben. I was like,
Yeah,
So
huh?
he'll
that's
fight Conor
crazy.
Ben, right?
But
But he
he
won't
said
fight Devin at
37.
47.
That's
This
crazy.
dude's a goofy, man.
He's a
Yeah,
god. He's a duck. I agree with you 1,000%.
and my
One
thing,
million percent.
my thing with Shakur, I remember when he was asked about this years ago. What he say? Man, me and Devin, it's a mega fight at 47 for us. We'll probably meet there. And now he's saying he'll fight Conor Ben at 54, but won't fight Devin at 47. That's crazy
He's
work.
a duck. What
Hey,
else is
man,
there
I
to
love
say?
Shakur. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of
no, you
Shakur.
know what's so funny about it? You know what's so funny about it? It's
I
almost
think
like when
Marky
you
being a
find
little
out.
tough.
Nah, I
Say it
speak
again.
it facts.
that's a tough fight
I
though.
just think I put it like this, man.
Respectfully, Frank. Respectfully.
I think the thing that's so crazy is one of the things you finding out. It's almost like when you find out Batman ain't real or Superman ain't real. All these years we thought this Puerto Rican dude or the black dude with the, as we used to call it, with the good hair, we thought he was gonna be this monster, and he ain't been that. He been a real good trick and mirror show. I mean, he liked the haunted house. Once you become an adult and realize the haunted house ain't scary. I mean, all that
Mm.
stuff we heard. He fought Yoshi from Mario. Um, I mean, what has he done at 35? He really got gifted the belt because Devin left the division. He didn't fight nobody of consequence for that belt. He
I
talked
mean,
crazy about.
you can
Hold on,
say
hold
all
on,
you can
hold
say
on,
to
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. B3, hold on. You hear me talking, brother? Sit down. Um, but I'll say this, man. He talked all that stuff about Frank Martin, right? Frank
finally.
Yeah.
Martin, Frank Martin bust Armando's orbital bone, beat him to death, and he pretty much run from Armando and barely beat him. So it's like, what are we talking about? And Puerto Rican Free will tell you, I said that Frank Martin would beat Shakur. He like, nah, BVO, nah, you tripping, you tripping. I said, no, he'll beat that Puerto Rican. Didn't I say that, Free? I said Frank Martin would beat this dude.
Yeah, yeah,
When
he
they
was
was
the
gonna
only one that
fight,
said it.
hey, the dude is not that good. He ain't that good, man. You know what it's like? You know what it's like? It's almost like, when they pass out jerseys and you get the raggedy one. That's what it was. We got the raggedy jersey. We thought it was nice, but it's raggedy
That's
inside.
crazy. That's crazy.
That's just what he
Ah,
is, man. He's the
Yeah, but
raggedy jersey
BVO,
with the
you
toe up lining.
that's
you
crazy.
hold on, BVO, you're contradicting your favorite fighter, the dude that you idolize, Oscar De La Hoya. He said that Shakur was the best fighter he ever seen. Better than Floyd, better than Sugar Ray. That's what your favorite fighter, Oscar De La Hoya, said. What you got to say about that?
I,
B
I
tree. Go
admit it
ahead,
and
BBL.
said something
Go ahead.
goofy. That's all.
Hold on, your mic out of order again.
Look here,
um,
B tree.
That's what happens when you out there at the BVO estates. You don't get no reception
hey,
out
man.
there. That's how rich
Yeah,
people live.
man. Nah, he's
Rich people
standing
don't
out.
get reception.
He said he outside of a stand trying to get a chopped cheese, man. Take yourself home, man. It's 9 o'clock at night. You ain't supposed to be eating after 8, man.
The funny thing
Probably out
about
there with
B3,
Tommy.
man, you see the burn marks on his fingertips. You already know he played with that kazoo, man. So they call him Miles Davis when he hit that kazoo, man. So I even gotta go in on this dude, man, because this dude, we know he's a kazoo player. Um, and you can see it. Look at his skin. All his skin got all them craters and stuff in it. Like he been scrapped, like he been wiping his face with Brillo pads.
Hey, bro, this nigga
Dude, you
stupid.
don't want to do this with me, man. I do this more than you. But shout out to B3. I give him a lot of credit.
Your mic is back out of order. It's back out of order.
Okay. I give B3 a lot of credit, man, because for a dude with Saucony sneakers on, you talk a big game. You know, you talk a big game. Because I see you got a pair of 6-ring Jordans, though. We don't wear those. We don't wear those. I just want you to know we don't wear the 6-ring Jordans. We don't wear those. We wear 1 through 13. So I just want you to know that, B3. 'Cause I know you try to hang out with the cool kids, man. We wear 1 through 13, brother. But back to boxing, I'll say this: it's been kind of slow. But let me ask you guys this: who do you guys got winning with Lamont Roach versus Tank? I got Lamont Roach. What about you guys?
Hold on, real quick before we go around the panel with that, I want to ask this question. Can I ask a question, BVO, if you
Yes,
don't mind?
indeed.
Go ahead.
Shout out
And
Picasso.
I'm making a statement and asking a question at the same time. I'm sick and tired of talking about the same 5 fighters every damn day. Why when we cover this great sport that we love, why aren't we talking about some of these young and upcoming guys? Why do we
Keith
continuously talk
Cologne.
about why do we continuously talk about Tank? Continuously talk about Devin, Shakur, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez. We talk about a handful of fighters with all these great fights and great fighters that we have out there right now, the up and coming young guys. When are we gonna understand that, man? We gotta broaden the sport and broaden the. I understand people they don't want to do it because the majority of individuals online, as far as the YouTube boxing community go, that's all they want to hear about. But at the same time, when are we gonna move on from some of this stuff, man?
I don't think that we will,
Firstly,
though.
We done gave. Hold on,
know.
I ain't done.
Hold on.
I
I
ain't
want to
done.
know.
Let me finish.
Oh my God.
Oh, I thought you was done, my God. You're so
Let me finish.
long-winded, man.
Hey, BVO, your phone inhaling whippets.
Go ahead, Doug. Finish what you were
Yeah,
saying, Doug.
go
These
ahead, dog.
boys is
Right side, my
wild,
brother.
boy.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying, and hell, yeah, forgot what the hell I was gonna say.
Why we got to talk about the same
Well,
5
firstly, I
fighters?
just wanted to know who this we thing is. I want to know who this
Us.
we is. No,
Everybody.
I don't be checking for these dudes. I don't be
All
talking
right,
about
well,
these
how you
dudes
feel
like
about
that.
this then? How you feel about the Pacquiao Barrios fight then? That's a fight. That's an
Man, I don't be
interesting.
checking that for that fight. That's an
I know, but it's
embarrassment.
it's a belt and it's a piece to a puzzle, so we have to talk about it.
That ain't an exhibition.
No, this is for the WBC welterweight championship of the world. What Rock even are they?
If Pacquiao pull him to bed, that would be the greatest
I would
thing
be
ever.
the
That
man.
would
Can
be the
you
greatest
imagine
thing ever.
46 years old Manny Pacquiao stopping
Goat,
Barrios?
goat, goat.
Watch they just put that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna say nothing
You
about
got Manny
PEDs.
stopping
I'm gonna shut up.
Barrios, surprise.
I don't. No. I said if he stopped the Barrio, that would be the most
I might put
craziest
ten
thing I've
dollars. I,
seen.
I, I
Since
might
But
put
George
$10
Foreman,
I
on
don't
money for
think
the
that
stoppage.
the way Manny ain't fought, and when last time he fought an MMA
4
dude,
years.
and like Free said, I agree with Free. Free was like, well, the guy was a little active. Pacquiao, I said, okay, I get it, but whatever. He was getting hands put on him. Like Barrios, he's not terrible. He's a C fighter, but like the way Ugas did Pacquiao a minute ago, I can see that the same thing happening. But Barrios is vulnerable. Can Pacquiao not have to take drug tests and get him? That's the only
Barrios,
way.
all
That's
I'm
Barrios put
crazy.
saying
hands
is,
on
That was out of
Ugas.
line. That was out
yeah,
of line.
Barrios knocked Ugas all around the ring, and Ugas retired Pac-Man. Pac-Man just got hands put on him by Ampo, who Ryan Garcia ducked. The I mean, Pac-Man is old, man. It's gonna be a bad if Barrios lose to Pac-Man,
It's over.
B3,
that's gonna be sad, man.
He need to
The
go
B3.
man is
away
50.
forever.
The man is
Can I get
59
what
years old.
dub right
No,
side?
he's 46.
He's
Have y'all ever
73.
heard
46.
about the
He's
greatest
73
story ever
years
told?
old.
Have y'all ever heard
That's
about the
tough, though.
greatest
That's
story
tough.
ever told?
89
Hey,
years
Abel
old.
Ramos did put hands on
Sorry,
Barrios.
I agree with that.
Hey,
It's
I will
called
say
Manny
this.
That was
Pacquiao.
that was
With Pacquiao being 46 years old, Mario Barrio being what? It is what, 29, 28, somewhere around there.
I think he's
uh,
32.
Yeah,
32.
I think he's in his 30s.
32.
I think
I
he's in his
saw,
30s.
I saw Mario Barrio get hands put on by Abel Ramos. Even a
Yeah, Ramos
46-year-old
was
Manny
doing.
Pacquiao, I still think it's better than
He gonna beat
Abel
him free.
Ramos. Hey,
Yo,
we saw Big George
30
Foreman
years
come
old.
back from retirement and beat
yeah,
Michael Moore. We
a
saw him
young
capture the
champion, a young
championship.
lion though. And
I,
Barrios
I
not no lying like
They were
funny. I don't
active
know,
though.
man, but
They were active though for
I'm
real.
not just gonna say
If
I wouldn't be surprised if Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrio.
when the last
The
time
last
Pacquiao had a professional fight? Ugas?
at 4 years ago. But
That was a
like
minute
I said,
ago.
I know he was training for the Olympics. I know that for a fact.
um, but
Man, I
I
don't
just
see it. It ain't no chance in
I'm
the world.
not gonna doubt
This
that
is why
Manny
I keep
Pacquiao
asking
can beat
Ayo, have
Mario
Ayo
Barrio.
ever heard of the greatest story ever told? It's called Manny Pacquiao versus John Boots Ennis. That's the fight that's gonna come after this Barrios fight.
Man, don't nobody want to see that.
That's no, but just to live on a wall where Manny Pacquiao actually beats Mario Barrios. The
That'll be crazy,
Philippines
bro.
are going to be they're gonna be on fire.
I mean, he's
They're
gonna
gonna be
fight
begging
him
for
because
that
he wants
fight.
the
They're gonna
title.
be begging for him
He,
to
he
die on
wants
that
the
sword.
title. He's gonna fight him.
Hold on, wait
He
a
wants the
minute.
title.
Hold on, wait a minute. And this is the other question: how does Manny Pacquiao, an individual who ain't fought in 4 years professionally, an individual who is 73 years old,
Left hook
how
to the
how
body.
how does he get a title shot?
I'm gonna say this. It's
You
because
Because
just said
he's
it.
a
He's
it's gonna
legend.
Manny
be
Pacquiao.
money.
He's Manny
You understand
Pacquiao.
how this
No,
works?
he's a legend. But I'm gonna say this though. If Manny come back, I don't know, man. Maybe the rest was good for Manny. Maybe I'm saying maybe they'll juice Manny up and like and Manny will be at his 100%.
How that
And
fight
beat
happening?
Barrios. I could definitely see the money is behind Pac-Man, so I think PBC and boxing wouldn't want nothing more than Manny to
I'm gonna
have at
say
least
this:
2 or 3 fights out of Manny.
the Manny Pacquiao that fought Ugas, even though he got beat up by Ugas, that Manny Pacquiao would have beat Mario Barrio. That Manny Pacquiao would have beat Mario Barrio. We got to remember, Ugas beat up Manny Pacquiao. Then Ugas got beat up by Earl, and then Mario Barrio beat him up. It wasn't like he fought Manny Pacquiao, then he fought Mario Barrio. He had already
That's
got
true.
beat up by Earl and sat out for 2 years, and then he fought Mario Barrio. So I'm not sold because what Mario Barrio did to Ugas that Mario Barrio is just going to beat up Manny Pacquiao. Man,
Hey, so just
we
put an
just
S,
see Mario
put an
I
S
Barrio in
on,
the
think
ring. He look like trash.
put an S on the end of Barrio. Put an S on the end.
respect.
Respect.
No, I ain't got to put an S on it. He's trash. I put it
I just
in the trash. He's trash. Shit.
man, I already see. I see Mario Bars walking
Well,
Pacquiao down and stopping Manny over there.
Man, I see Manny Pacquiao hitting him with a left hook to the body
Like I
and
said,
winning the
what
he's
I'll
title.
say,
trash.
what I'll say is this. What I'll say is this. It's a money grab. Clearly, we know it's a money grab.
Yeah.
And there's no need to say nothing else but what it is. But I get what you're saying, Double, about talking about the young fighters. I think sometimes we get caught up in talking about the guys that bring clicks and views. I mean, it just is what it is. When you talk about Little Red, when you talk about curly hair Shakur, or you talk about Black Jesus, Devin Haney, you get people click on it. I mean, even Canelo don't get no love when it comes to that. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, come
But we already kind of know how boxing is shaking out. No matter how it goes, we got to see.
You
We got to
might
see
got
what.
over again.
No,
Oh,
no, man. I think I don't know if it's too many people up here or what, but this is wild.
No, it's you. It's you. It's all you.
oh shit.
Well, back to the fields, boy. Now, how about that? Back to the fields. Back to the fields. Man. You talking crazy. You got the corniest dude, Malibu's most wanted. We
I ain't
call him
talking
Screech.
crazy. Your Mike talking crazy.
Hey, we got my man Screech, aka
Goddamn
B3, talking
racist.
crazy. So I mean, you and Screech, man, y'all both need to be quiet, man. Before I turn in the slate and get
Get
y'all
to a
both
secure
wedgies.
connection,
What you
fat
say?
boy. Get to a secure connection. Can you hear me?
What I
Fat
want you to
boy.
do, is stop eating tobacco plants. That's what I want you to do.
What I want you to do is stop
Stop
eating so much
eating
in
tobacco
general.
plants.
Stop
What?
eating so
Well,
much in
well, you
general.
know
Go on
what?
a diet.
I'm gonna be just honest, man. You got to tell your mom stop making all that good food, man. If not, I'm going to eat. It's just that simple. If she make that
Man,
good
go straight
food,
to
I'm
hell.
going to
How
eat.
dare you?
I'm
B
going
B
to
B
eat. I'm going to eat, man. So that's how we do.
BBO the type of guy he
You're
gonna
a
eat the
racist.
children's snacks.
Hold on. B3. You the type of guy to pay for company. So I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, bro. You the type of guy to play for company, bro. That's all we got to say to you, man. Anybody that's hanging out with B3, that's a young lady. His billfold is open. We know that billfold then opened up. We know how it goes, man.
That is crazy, bro.
Shout out to
As
the
soon
billboard, man.
Where did
Shout
you
out to the
come up with this
billboard.
stuff from? Where do you come up with this stuff from?
soon as you get your check, you running down to the corner store because you ain't got a bank account. You put it on your chime card, and you're going right to the local projects to finance somebody. So don't do this with me, man. I'll lace you, dog. Don't do this to me, man. BBO come from a crazy place where the brothers was talking about my homeboy having a colossal bag. So there's nothing you can do, man. But that being said,
Oh,
what do you
racist.
Hey,
guys think?
BVO. With all that being said, I'm just gonna be honest. You, you, you the type of guy that they know by name at a fish shack.
That's crazy.
You know what's fun? You
Y'all
know what's
boys
funny?
is
And you know what's funny? I used to get mad when B3 said that, but then I realized he's missing like half the teeth in the back of his mouth. So until he gets a dental plan, I want him to sit back and relax. Relax, man. Go get your teeth whitened before you come talk to BBO. Do that for me. I know you smoking cigarettes, eating crayons and stuff, but go get your teeth whitened before you come BBO's way. Do that for me.
Yeah,
Man.
y'all boys wild, man. Y'all boys wild.
BVO,
What?
you the type of guy to rent a hot dog cart.
that's crazy. Where do y'all come up
That
with
B3.
this
that
stuff
is
from, man,
dumb.
bro?
That's
B3.
stupid.
I be
You the
tripping
type of
on where
dude.
y'all
Hold
be
on. You the
coming up with
type
this
of
stuff
dude
from.
that wears Starberry. You probably got a Starberry jacket on. So what are we
You talking
talking
about
about?
Marbury, the Stephon Marbury
We talking
jacket?
about
That's crazy.
Starberry. And I pull up any dude with a chime card can't talk to me, man. You got a chime card, bro. Get you a bank account before you come step to the big dogs, man. That's all I got to say about that. But it ain't much going on in boxing, man. So of course, we got to pick on B3, my favorite punching bag. Um,
That's crazy.
Hey,
uh,
BBO, your favorite fighter fighting this weekend? What are you talking about?
you talking about Emiliano?
No, Josh Taylor.
No, I don't like no Josh Taylor, man. Stop.
He said no, Josh Taylor.
I
Josh
don't
Taylor
like no.
fighting this weekend.
I don't like no Josh Taylor, man. But you know what I will say though, I definitely want to see that fight with Alicia Mungun. I want to see how she come out of that fight.
Hey, Caleb Plant fighting next week.
Oh yeah, I want to see Caleb Plant lose. I definitely want to see him lose.
Why you want to see Caleb Plant lose?
Oh, I hate Caleb Plant, bro.
He's a racist. Why
He
else?
treat
He ain't no
Caleb Plant
racist.
like a black man.
No,
How is
Caleb,
Caleb Plant a racist?
see, Caleb Plant,
How
one
you
of them
know
dudes.
Caleb Plant racist? Because he slap a black man?
No,
You
no,
said he was racist.
You say he was racist.
No, you literally just said that,
no,
No,
Michael.
no. The
BBO
reason,
say
the
he was
reason,
racist.
the
Matter of
reason
fact,
I don't
BBO
like.
said Caleb Plant was racist.
No, you said he was.
I said BBO was racist.
Man, here we go.
Y'all boys are
Monkey
crazy,
Dan was
man.
saying Monkey Dan was
Go
saying
ahead,
he didn't.
BBO. Go ahead, BBO.
BBO was racist because he wanted Plant to get knocked out. That's what he was saying.
Well,
That's crazy.
the reason I don't like Plant is because when he slapped Jamal, a lot of people said he said the N-word. So I just don't like him because
No,
There you
Nobody
go.
said
There you
that.
go.
no,
There you go. There
no.
you
They
go.
said that he said that Jamal pulled on his beard, and that kind of Caleb reacted like he put his hand
He
in his
didn't say
face.
no N-word. All he said was, come get some. That's all he said.
What the hell was that, Mike?
I don't
Calm.
Bust
think
him
that he
and
called him.
slap
I
and then
don't
tell him,
think.
come get
Don't
some.
Caleb, isn't his wife African American
Yeah, she's
or
African
Yeah, she
American.
oh,
black.
She's a
she's
she's
mixed
African
reporter.
or something.
American?
She
Well,
She's
black.
I mean
mixed,
that's.
I think.
I don't think
No,
that
she black.
he don't come off as the kind of he don't come off as the type of guy that's going to be doing that. Like Caleb grew up with the brothers. He think he a brother. He get his hair cut like a brother. He
He's
box
from
like a
Memphis.
brother.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
he got
saying?
a
He
chip
do
on his
all of that.
shoulder. It is what it is.
I don't think that he
Yeah.
said the N word. I don't want to put that
Well,
up
just
there.
because he
He
looked
did
like
not.
Stone Cold
He
don't
did
mean
not.
he hang out with
He
the
did not.
brothers, man.
He said
Nah, BVO, you mentioned a key point. Shout out to Boxing
right.
Young.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to
Bentley
the
said that
Queens of the Ring,
Bentley
boxing.
said his
She
sister
made a
was
good
he
point.
was with a sister. Sorry, my
But
bad,
yeah,
Bentley.
no, yeah, Caleb Plant, he got black children. So we can't we that's an undeniable fact.
Well, I thought his
We
woman
have
was like
to
Russian or something. She said she.
No,
man.
she's. I mean,
I
she's
ain't talking.
probably
We
half
talking
white,
about them
half black.
kids. She's
She's
black.
black.
Let's keep it a stat.
I
She's black.
mean,
Hold on,
So we,
BBO. Are we using the paper bag test now? Is that what we doing?
hey, I don't know what you're talking about,
That's
Doug. You
why
That's
going out now?
crazy.
BVO is
You
a
out of
racist,
That's
control.
and I
crazy.
know you don't like to
One
listen to
drop.
That's
me talk.
crazy.
You
But
don't
I
like
say
to
this,
listen
man.
though.
I wanna apologize to everybody on
Oh,
my
your
mic.
mic out of order. Your mic out of order.
Mike out
It's out of
for being
order.
a racist.
Okay, my bad. My bad for my mic. My bad for my mic. And I think my brother B Norman misunderstood the text. So we're gonna probably make it up maybe tomorrow if
Yeah.
we probably make it up tomorrow with my man B Norman singing. So can you
Man,
hear me?
listen. Well, your
Your
mic's still
mic
out of
is
order. It's
Nah,
trash.
terrible.
man, you got to get out of the woods,
Basically, he
man.
was
You got guilty,
basically he
yeah.
was saying that he must have Brian Norman Sr. must have read his text wrong and might have got the time or dates mixed up. So I'm pretty sure BVO will communicate with him tomorrow and it'll be fine. We'll get him back up here. He's been up here multiple times. Just a little miscommunication. It'll be fine.
Shout out to Senior, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to singing, man. But I'll say this though, man. It's despicable, man, that B3 would try to roast me when I'm not at full strength, man. This dude that
Hold your mic out of order
We
again.
can't
It's
even
out of
hear
order.
you. Can't even hear
Hey,
you.
BVO,
Okay,
raise the car up and walk out of the garage, man. You can get off for the night, man. Yeah, you terrible, man. Your phone, you ain't got no service, but
he said when I go to my get it.
we can't BBO. I'm sorry, brother. We can't tell nothing that you're saying.
Okay.
you got electrical interference, man.
Go back. I want you to go back and listen to it
Too much
after this. Go
weight
back and
on the
listen to what
mic.
your mic sound like. That shit is trash. Excuse my language. I ain't saying.
Remove a
You
BVO
speaking facts,
remove.
job. Don't excuse your language for
Billy said
nothing.
Nah,
Billy said he
BVO.
got a T-move mic. Billy said he got a T-move mic.
Hey, Bentley, I'll put like this. You got one more time, and I'm calling the ice on you. You got one more time. Calling
Racism, racism,
He said he got a
racism.
T-Moon mic. That's crazy.
Hey, can
That's
y'all hear me?
crazy.
Can
Yeah,
y'all
we
hear me
good.
now? All
No.
I
So,
said
You
is
good.
this.
You good.
Okay,
Hold on, let
all
the
I
brother
said is
cook. Let the brother
this.
cook.
Bentley, I'm calling ice. One more word out of you, I'm calling ice. They're gonna be in Miami Gardens to come get you, man.
That's
Leave me
crazy.
alone.
Shout out Bentley,
But
one of the day ones, bro. You bugging.
oh yeah, shout out to my man Bentley. He know we having fun. That's my guy,
Yeah,
man. Hey,
already. He
hey,
know the deal.
and you know what, man? I just want to say, man, shout out to my man Screech, aka B3, coming up here with them corny jokes. He got out the gumball machine. Salute to him. Salute to my man Marky Dan, always calling somebody the R word. I don't get it, man. But and definitely shout out my man Dub Brightside, Puerto Rican Free, or as my favorite, he came on today as Beanie Free. And we know we got my right hand man Prize. But you coming on tonight, Dub?
Yeah.
We live tonight, man. We had to take a step back for a second because of, hey, shout out to Lil Dub. He doing his thing. We celebrated yesterday. He got his hair done and all that kind of stuff as well. So that's why we didn't really show up like we needed to. But we will be live tonight, man. We got Crush the Legend. And we already had a 3-part interview. Once again, gotta have everybody from the STN network, the People's Network, Gotta have everybody on. So we had Free last week. We got Crush tonight, and next week, man. Y'all let me know who next. BBO, we gotta get you up here, brother.
Oh yeah,
B
definitely.
Three,
Hey,
we gotta
hey,
get Three up here. We gotta get Marky. We gotta get all y'all Prize.
hey,
We gotta get all
hey,
We
y'all,
got
Dub.
we
man.
got and you know
Hey,
what, pull it when we get B3 up there, we only gonna need 10 minutes. The brother ain't did nothing. So we only get that 10 minutes with
Get us
B3.
up there
So
for what? Get we up there for what?
hey, Dub. Hey,
said
Or
again.
Dub. I gotta say, Dub. You ain't been right since the 24-hour live. You ain't been right since.
Man, hey, bro, it screwed the brother up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, it screwed the brother up for a little minute. But
Yeah, missing sleep ain't cool, man. That's one thing I learned, man.
but
Missing
really,
sleep ain't cool.
man, this past week, we had a lot of things going on with my son. Um, the man, he just had tomorrow his last day of school, half day, but he just had his ceremony on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So we had to go out celebrate that. The man is going to the 5th grade, honor roll student. You know what I'm saying? Math champion. Um, hey, we got to celebrate though. Anything that he doing, we definitely got to celebrate it as a family. So hey, it happens. It happens that way sometimes.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think you need to get BVO up there next.
And definitely, man, shout out to Lil Dub going to 5th grade, man. You know, my baby girl is going to 1st grade, and my oldest is going to 10th grade. So we doing it real big, man. I'm excited because with my baby girl, man, it's kind of fun spending that time watching her grow with her little uniform on, hopping on the cheese bus. So it's great. It's great. It's great. But also,
hey,
man,
BBO, it's amazing to see what you did with her own food stamps.
and you know the funny thing about a guy like B3, he don't know when to quit. So we gonna go ahead and leave Malik Yoba alone because we know how he get down. So we love you, man. And one thing I will say, man, get ready because Dub, Right Side, Barnell Hill. You said what?
You can't trust a guy like BBO. He the type of guy to smell like cold cuts.
No, that's crazy.
You called him man Malik Gilbert.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Malik Yoba, yeah. You know, because you know, B3 is a little, I don't know. You gotta watch B3, man.
Y'all boys y'all was on one today.
BBO the type of guy that got a hamper full of sweet tarts, man. I don't trust him.
Hold
That's crazy.
on. B3, you the type of dude that sleep at the laundromat talking about you got an apartment. So I don't want to hear nothing you talk about, bro. At the end of the day, just because you sit in a chair and it's warm, talking about he got an apartment, bro. You don't got an apartment. What grade you going to, honey? Don't be shy. What grade you going to?
It's 1st grade.
Hey,
First grade.
That's a big girl.
Awesome.
Shout out to the young queen, man. Shout out to her. The princess, the young princess.
Congrats to the young princess.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know these suburban kids try to call themselves queen, man. You gotta be careful when you say that to them. All right, man. It's your boy BVO Boxing. We'll be back with y'all. Get back, everybody. Lots of love, peace, and joy. And we out of here.
Peace.
You got me.
I want to run.